Yep, here we go. Playoff race number 3 of the first round of the Bandits playoffs. We are set to go with 7 strong here tonight. The 22 of Corey on the pole. An absolute dominating performance. Only 2 cars in the lead lap last night. Let's see if we can duplicate that or do better. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Dover. How's the mic volume? Good. All right. At the 5 too fast for you, pulling up the second, ready to contend with the 22 already. Compared to last night, we had the exact same amount of laps. The 5 car up to the lead. That's too fast for you. Here comes the 88 of Jaywood. He's looking for second. Remember last night, the 24 and the 88 were an absolute unit. They were nose to tail for a good majority of the race, and they're setting to do that here early in the first stage already. You have the 00 way up the track in the back. The 22 sliding up the track is going to give way to the 20 here. That's Miz trying to pass last night's winner by 22.5 seconds last night. And Corey's falling all the way back to 5th for the 22 car, and he's not done. Here comes the 19 to the inside. That moves the 19 up to 5th. Dan's going for 6th here. Oh, and the 22 hard into the wall. He's going to fall all the way back to the 7th position and probably begin his fuel saving strategy. Up front, the 88 of Jaywood. Moving to the inside of the 5 of too fast for you. Down the inside, down the back stretch. And the 88 is going to get out in front of the 5. So up front we have the Junior Motorsports duo. Last night was the Hendrick duo, the 88 of Jaywood. 5 of Too Fast for You. In third we have the 20 of Miz. And in fourth we got the 74 of Spoob. What a great run for him early in this race so far. Things are looking okay here at the beginning for him. 19 of iRock there in 5th. Trying to find a way around Spoob, and Dan's missed a few weeks, but he's there in that 00 in the 6th place. He's looking for a good finish here to get reacquainted back with the series. The 74 pushing up the track, possibly from a bump from the 19. Side by side down the front stretch. This is for 4th. Spoob hanging tough on the outside. See if he can get a run off the corner here. Miss with a great run to the center of the corner, and Spoob can't do anything about that. The 19 clears him off the corner. Here comes Dan. The 00 to the inside. Vadis for the 5th position. Move the 00 up to 5th. Three cars under a blanket here. This is all going on for the 4th position. Corey is not far behind. Isn't necessarily looking like he's saving fuel. Big moment for the 74 out of turn 2. Really loose, had to really correct the car and get it back under his control. On board the 00 as he looks to overtake the 19. He peeked to the inside, but he couldn't get down there. The 19 gives him the lane to the center of the corner, but actually gets a better run off on the exit. The 00 about a lane higher than the 19 this time, so he can get a run off the corner. Not really able to close into that back bumper. It looks like iRock and Dan have really pulled away from Spoob there, and they're making good time here on Miz. And it's about to be a 3-car battle for the 3rd position. The 2 up front, the Junior Motorsports duo, is just scooting away. They have checked out in their own zip code. The JGR car starting to form up a little bit of gap between the 19 and the 00. Here comes the 19 of IROC to the inside of Miz and the 20. Can't get down there. IROC really setting up his teammate. Wow, the 20 really wide on the entry. He's going to allow a lot of momentum lost to his teammate, the 19. Dan even gets his fender underneath the 20. Here in the turn 1, he's going to hug the bottom, and the 20 is going to slide up. It's going to move Miz from 3rd to 5th in the span of less than a lap. Let's see if IROC has anything to say for the front 2 here. Getting himself into about the cleanest air besides the lead here. Dan is fighting more of a tight race car there off of turn 2. Have to really turn the car away from the safer barrier sticking out of turn 2. However, Vader, it's the slipstream causing a lot of understeer. Dan slowly reeling in IROC now. He's really looking for a chance at 3rd place here. IROC is fast, but it looks like Dan's just a little bit faster, also with the help of the draft. Looks like up front, the 5 has started to close the gap on the 88, but hasn't made any moves. Really trying to lay on that back bumper of the 88. The 22 is in the pit lane. And 74 into the wall in the front stretch. So we know Corey knows how to get it done on strategy here. We'll see how it plays out. It looks like everybody should be able to pit in the next couple laps and be able to make that their 1 pit stop of the stage. The 74 is on the pit lane. 25 laps to go. Back in 3rd, the 00, still looking for a way around the 19 of IROC. The 20 trying to get the pit road there. He will be able to. .22 laps to go for these leaders. They should be able to pit now and make it to the end. When do they pit is the question. They should be able to go about another 2 or 3 laps or so on their current fuel tanks. If you're the 22 car who really benefited from strategy last night, that's not really going to play out into your favor tonight. I mean, these stages, 45 or less laps long, and it's not really going to be much more than 1 stop in the middle of each stage. So the entire field going 1 lap down by the end of stage 2 may not be the case tonight, as the 5, the 19, and the 00 all pit the 5 of Too Fast For You, looking to get the undercut on his teammate in the 88 of Jay Wood. Jay Wood continues around, unfazed by his teammate who was running second, making his way to the pit lane. '88 continues to log laps as the second through fourth place runners all make it their way out of their pit boxes. The 5 comes out in front of 19 and the 00 the same way they came in. Watching their pit exit now. They got to avoid the inside wall there. On the exit, they all do. And the 88 makes his way to pit road now. We're now watching Corey. Huge undercut here. Will he be able to play that strategy into his favor? The only strategy he could play was to pit earlier than the rest of the field by about 10 laps or so and have those 10 lap fresher tires while everybody else is on older tires. So we'll see how this strategy plays out into Corey's hands. He unlaps himself now to Jay Wood. That also means, theoretically, the 20 car of Miz is going to end up either second or third, depending on where Jay Wood comes out of the pit lane. Yep. The 22 just passes Jay Wood, so the new race leader is Corey. Here comes Miz to take his second position. 88 trying to get up to speed here. He gets passed by his teammate, so Jay Wood merges back into line in fourth place, giving the lead to Corey. Miz in second. Too Fast For You in third. And a 19 on the inside wall on the front stretch there in fifth. Now back to sixth. I really don't know what happened. He must have been really loose out of 4 or something. It looked like he had no contact from anybody else. Oh, he hit the apron is what we're hearing. Wow, tough break. And the 5 of Too Fast For You, he's putting on a little too much pressure to Miz there. Getting him really out of line here. Miz slides up the track a little bit, doesn't hit the wall out of turn 2. Trying to defend his second position against Too Fast For You and Jay Wood. And the 5 trying to get his fender underneath the 20. He will be able to do so. Side by side down the front stretch. Miz gives him plenty of room. So here's the thing now. The 5 and the 88 have about 8 to 10 lap fresher tires than the 22 that's in front of them. What is the speed difference on old to new tires? Well, we're about to find out. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. They work wonders. Just ask some of these drivers what they've done for them. 88 to the inside of the 5. Their teammates, the 88 up to second. That's Jay Wood. Jay Wood the second. Too Fast hangs on there in third, and Miz still holding tough in fourth. Now we have a little classic cat and mouse game on our hands here. We got the 88 and the 22, two of the top drivers of the series of the league here going at it first and second. Jay Wood is really reeling in that 22 now, 10 lap fresher tires, and it's showing. 10 laps to go. Does he have the time? This time by will be 9 laps to go. Is 9 laps enough for Jay Wood to reel in the 22 of Corey and pass him? As we continue on later and later in this stint, the 22's tires are going to get older and have less grip. And the 88, though his tires will also get older and have less grip, he will have still about 10 lap fresher tires in terms of grip. And the 88 is there. Less than 8 laps to go now. And he's there looking for a way around the 22. All of a sudden, the 22's mirror is filled of mayonnaise behind him. Diving to the inside, they're going to be side by side down the front stretch. 7 to go here in stage 1. 88 dives to the inside and clears the 22. Corey going for the crossover, but he doesn't have the speed or the momentum to get down there. Here comes Too Fast for You looking for second. Too Fast for You really roughing up the 22 there. Dives to the inside and clears Corey for second. Now Miz looks to catch up to the 22 and have a shot at third. And that right there, folks, is the difference that tires make. 6 laps to go. This time by will be 5 laps to go for the leaders in stage 1. On board with Miz as he looks to overtake Corey for the 3rd position. Diving to the inside. In turn 1, he's going to clear Corey. Easy work because of the several lap fresher tires. This time by, the leaders will take 3 laps to go in stage 1. Everybody's kind of settled into their own little positions here as we near the end of stage 1. This time by will be 2 laps to go. 2 to go for the 88 at Jay Wood. No contest for that lead position here in the waning moments of stage 1. Teammate in the 5 car in second. Too Fast for You. Back to third, we got the 20 car of Miz. In 4th, we had Corey on his attempted strategy. I guess fail, it would say. It's a fail because he didn't hold on to the lead, but he did gain 3 spots from where he was running. So 4th place for Corey heading to the end of this stage. The 00 coming from full head of steam in 5th. Not going to get there, but is catching to the 22. We have the 19 of IROC hanging tough in 6th. Oh, the 74 hanging tough in 6th. The 19 was in 7th. Was not sure if he was a lap down or not. But even if he was a lap down, no, he was not. But even if he was a lap down, he would have gotten that lap back. But all 7 cars finishing stage 1 on the lead lap. That's great news as we head into stage number 2. Stage 2 should be about 42 to 43 laps. And again, pit strategy is not much. Make 1 pit stop halfway down the stage and make it to the end. Unless you are just that crazy enough to try to stretch a 25 lap fuel tank to 42 laps, be my guest. But I really doubt you're going to be able to do that. So everybody gets a quick break here, quick sip of water. We'll line them up and we'll try it again. The field double wide. 3.5 rows deep. The 88 and the 5 on the front row, the 20 and the 22, the 0074 and the 19, all green here at Dover. They're still side by side down in the 1. The 88 will clear the field for the race lead. 42 laps in stage 2. The field 7 strong down the backstretch. The side-by-side battle for second. Oh, there's contact. The 00 into the inside wall. And he'll hold on to it, but he'll lose a lot of positions there. The 20, was up in second and I guess hit the apron or something, and around he went on the backstretch. That's going to move the 5 back into second. Corey back to third. IROC to fourth, but IROC, and around the 74 goes. Everybody's going around. Everybody wants Dover to be a little slip and slide. Three cars spinning in 2 consecutive laps here on the restart early in stage 2. Dan, then Miz, and then Spoob. All 3 of them spinning out early. Corey trying to clear too fast for you. Wow, what an aggressive cut. Trying to clear too fast for you there on the back stretch. He does so, like I said, very aggressively. The 19 looking for a way around too fast for you. These two are about to settle in and probably go a little bit of single file here in this stage. Try to ride some laps out, ride it to the pit stop, see the strategy Corey's going to try to play this stage. The 19 really loose off of turn 4. Somehow holds on to it. 19 got all out of shape out of turn 4, went all the way up the racetrack, kept it out the inside wall. I wasn't sure if he hit the inside wall, but if he did, it didn't do much. Back up front, we have the 22 of Corey and the 5 of Too Fast You. They are on rails trying to catch that 88, and they are doing so successfully. On a mission trying to catch that 88. Even at a 1 mile banked concrete oval, 2 cars working together is still better than 1. They continuously close the gap, the 22 and the 5, and they are almost there. And we're going to see what kind of sparks fly here when the 2 teammates and Corey go at it for the race lead in just a few moments' time. "32 laps to go here in stage number 2. The fuel window will open in about 5 or so laps, where you can make your 1 pit stop and make it to the end of the stage. The 5 really up the racetrack there, out of the groove, and loses a lot of momentum to Corey. Corey continues to try to gain on that 88, but unlike the previous stint, these tires are degrading at the exact same pace. Give or take how aggressive you are with the right front in these high loads in these corners. 30 laps to go in stage 2. We have the battle for 5th going on now. IROC and Dan. The battle for 4th. Dan is riding in 5th. They slide up the track. Both of them fighting a lot of understeer. '19 sliding way up the track in turn 2. The 00 peaks to the inside. They're going side by side in 3. He's going to use a little bit of that right rear quarter panel. Try to shove the 19 up the track a little bit. He will clear him. Move Dan up to 4th. Back up front, we ride on board with the 22 of Corey. Back here, we're not done yet. The battle for 4th continues to rage on. IROC tries to get back on Dan. The 19 peaks to the inside. Here we go again into turn 1. This time the roles are reversed. Dan's on the outside. IROC on the inside. Side by side out of 2. Dan barely keeps it out of the wall there, but he will surrender to 4th spot. Dives back to the inside. What a crossover. Can he get the nose under the 19? They're sliding up the track. They make contact slightly. The 19 into the wall. And Dan back into 4th. This time a little bit more convincingly. 19 having to make a little bit of love to the wall. Back up front, the battle for the lead rages on. Jay Wood trying to hang tough there on the inside lane. Corey looking to the outside. A lot of momentum. He can't get to the outside. Falls back in line. Maybe just going to wait for a pit stop here. 25 laps left in this stage or thereabouts. This time I'll be 22 laps to go for the leaders. All 3 of them nose to tail under a blanket. Who's gonna flinch first? Who's gonna make their move to pit lane out of these top 3? They are nose to tail on rails, all 3 of them in the same lane, just riding around. All hoping that they can make their pit stops very smoothly and issue free. Cars looking to the inside, nobody making the move yet. 74 coming off the pit lane, he's trying the undercut. The 19 of IROC's on pit lane. The 00's coming out of pit lane. Whoa, the 19 or the 5 and the 22 are really tight off of turn 2. The 5 flinches first and makes his way to the pit lane. It's the classic saying, it takes 2 to tango. Jay Wood and Corey nose to tail for the top spot here in the middle of stage 2 at Dover. Pit stops on the horizon. Neither one of them makes the move to pit road this lap. 19 laps to go in stage number 2. They both do have to make one more pit stop before this stage is over. The question is when and what do you take? Jay Wood starting to gap the 22 a little bit. There goes the 5 on the inside, trying to get back up to speed. The 22 into the wall off of turn 2. 17 laps to go in stage number 2. Neither one of the top 2 blinked that lap. Jay Woods really gapped the 22 here. The 22's made a few mistakes. Really checking up now to 5 right on the back bumper of the 22. Wow. Either issues with the 22 or something. The 88's making his way to pit road. Here comes the 22. They're coming together. Let's see who takes what and who benefits out of this. .22 and the 88. It figures that they have pit boxes right next to each other. Stand by. The 88 definitely has taken either 2 tires or no tires. The 88 huge advantage on the 22 on the exit. 22 is just coming out of the pit lane now. Jay was the one playing strategy here. Which should be about 14 or 13 laps to go. This time it'll be 13 laps to go for the race leader. I'm not sure if that's Jay Wood. All right. So Jay Wood has about a straightaway lead over his teammate in the 5 and 2nd. He go a little further back to the 22. In 3rd, he's on the front stretch now. Jay Wood's coming off of turn 2. Had the 0-0 in 4th. The 19 of IROC in 5th. And the 20 of Miz in 6th. Everybody really spread out right now, just trying to limp their way to the end of stage number 2. This time by should be 9 laps to go. And it looks like that 5 car is really closing in on the 88. Maybe the 5 car took 4 tires, because Jay Wood is really struggling and losing a lot of time to the 2nd place driver. Yeah, Too Fast is on a mission. He's rolling. Jay Wood's on the bottom of the racetrack down the backstretch. This time by is going to be 8 laps to go. Too Fast is closing the gap. Is he going to be fast enough? 8 laps to go. '88 fighting a really loose race car. A lot of oversteer coming off these corners. And the 5 driving right up the racetrack there. Trying to get a huge run down the front stretch. Corey's also closing the gap. I don't think he has enough time though. But if these two in front of Corey start battling, it's going to get hectic for the top spot. Jay Wood moves all the way over to the inside and lets his teammate in the 5 car go right on by. Move too fast for you to the top spot here in stage 2. With what should be about 5 or 6 laps to go. This time by, the gap has opened up big time. The 5 of Too Fast For You is coming around the 5 laps to go. And Corey has gotten around the 88 of Jay Wood. Corey has 5 laps to try to chase down that 5 car. It's possible. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it though. Right now, the 74 car is in the free pass position. Should he survive the next 3 laps, he should be getting his lap back at the stage caution, should no one else have an issue. The 5 sliding way up the racetrack, the 22s are coming. But is there enough time? This time by, they'll be coming around to 2 laps to go. The 5's car is really tight. 2 laps to go in stage 2. The 22 is really closing the gap now. The 5 really tight off of turn 2 there. Corey really trying to gain on Too Fast For You again. Too Fast For You right up next to the outside wall. 1 lap to go in stage 2. Corey, he's there, but does he have enough time to make the pass? Here to go into turn 3. He's going to have to lunge into turn 3 if he wants the spot. Driving up through the center of the corner. He can't get there. They're going to be side by side on the front stretch. It is going to be the 5 by inches. Too Fast For You wins stage 2 by inches over Corey. Wow, what a photo finish there it came down to at the end of stage 2. Jay Wood got 3rd. Dan will come here at the end of stage 2 in 4th. iRock with 5th. Miz with 6th. And Spoob with the free pass in the 7th position. He'll get his lap back. Everybody will get 4 fresh ones, fill her up with fuel. We'll line them up double wide and we'll send them at it again for the 3rd and final stage here at Dover. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. All right, here we go. The 5 and the 22 row won the 88-19 row to 00-20 and the 74 rounds out the rest of the field. Green flag is in the air. We're racing in stage 3. This stage will be 107 laps long. Nearly 3 wide off of turn 2. Dan thinks better of it. Whoa, the 88 hard into the outside wall. And around goes the field. The 20 and the 74, that's the first caution of the day. Huge accident on the front stretch. And Jay Wood is the victim of it, trying to get back going here. The 5 and the 22 are still going at it hard. The 5 and the 22 are going at it. The caution has been called. There they are, slowing down finally. 88's going to get his lap back. He shouldn't need to get it. There he goes, getting relined up. Communication issues between the tower and the spotters. Alright, so the tower calls that caution on the 88 and the 19 car. 88 got loose and went up the track. The first car he hit was the 19 car. All 7 find their way to the pit lane. Some of them are going to be here a little bit longer for crash damage. We're going to have 103 laps to go this time. Should we get everybody lined up and good to go? We're going green with 102 to go in stage 3. Here you go. The 5 wins the race off of pit road over the 22 and the 00. Followed by the 74, the 19, the 88, and the 20. '88's on the apron here. He's going to head back to pit lane. So will the 19 and the 20. Oh, he will get down to pit lane. They're going to come and top their cars off. The 4 here on the front stretch. They're going to stay out here. And we got exclusive driver audio from the 19 letting us know he had to go relinquish himself. Should everybody get lined up here, we'll be going green with 101 laps to go in the race. Well, here we go for the restart. The 5 and the 22 in row 1, the 00 and the 74 in row 2, and that's it. We're going green. Here comes the 20 with a full head of steam off of turn 4. Right on time, is able to join the battle. The 22 to the outside. Here comes the 00 on the inside. That is for second place. Can't get there. The 88 and the 19, they're racing together here on the about half a lap down from the leaders. The 5 of Too Fast For You holding steady over Corey, Dan, Spoob, and Miz is your top 5. The 20 gets the apron and around he goes. The 22 to the outside of the 5, and he will make easy work at a 5. Clears him for the race lead. The 74 catches the apron and around he goes. And they're dropping like flies. We got 3 left up here. They're dropping like French fries in the fryer. Corey not pulling the gap over the 5 car. The 00 trying really hard to hang on to these two, but these two are bad fast. Coming around to 96 laps to go. Let's go ahead and look at the strategy outlook. Everybody should be able to make this race on 3 pit stops. Everybody took the green here with about 101 to 100 laps left in this race on a full tank of fuel. And everybody gets about 25 or so laps per stint. Breaking it up into quarters here, 25, 50, 75, and 100. Everybody should be able to make this race in 3 pit stops. I really think it's going to be tough to make it in 2 pit stops, but it's doable if you save about 8 laps per stint. That 22 car is the only person I can reckon seeing even saving that many laps per stint. But he's driving away from the 5 car, so saving is not the name of the game for the 22 right now. Further back, the battle for 4th starting to rage on here. The 74 is Spooby trying to hang on to 4th from the 20 car of Miz. Oh, the 00 wanted to join the fun. Falls back here, joins this battle. It's going to make it a 3-car battle for 3rd. The 20 to the inside of the 74. 74 hangs tough on the outside. Spoob trying to complete the pass, and he will do so. Not allowing Miz to complete the pass, and now he has a shot at 3rd from Dan. And Miz is there on the back bumper of the 20. Third, 4th, and 5th here running nose to tail. Spoo hanging tough on the inside. Cuts off Miz there. And into the wall he goes. Miz goes by on the inside for 4th. Man now trying to pull away a little bit. Try to get away from the 20 car of Miz. Trying to close the gap and seek out a podium position here in the final stage. Again, these 3 cars running nose to tail here. They've opened up a gap a little bit to the 74 car. 00 really wide off the corner. The 20 follows the same route. The 20 now falls back into the clutches of Spoob. Spoob may have another shot at 4th place here. The 22 of Corey opened up about of a 10 car length lead, maybe more over the 5 car, 85 laps to go. And he continues to open the gap. Jaywood right now riding in the 6th position, trying to close up to the battle in front of him. Oh, Miz into the wall. Spoob can sniff the 4th position brewing. Miz slides up the track. There goes the 74 to the inside. Scooby couldn't complete the pass, falls back in line and looks for another opportunity at the 20. Trying to pressure him into making a mistake. Side by side down the front stretch. 74 on the inside of Spooby, the 20 on the outside of Miz. Spoob trying to clear. He will do so off of turn 2. Trying to avoid the crossover into 3. Spoob is right there on the back bumper of the 00. He has a shot at 3rd. Dan fighting a really loose race car through the center of the corner. Spoob drives right up to that left rear quarter panel of the 00 in front of him. Now trying to diamond the corners a little bit, try to get a run off the center of the corner. That's the beauty. Oh, the 00 hard into the wall. The 74 clips his back bumper and hard into the inside wall. Caution on the speed. The 20 wreck it into. Caution on the speedway. This is going to let everybody get caught up. So that one was pretty clear cut, but the tower just radioed down. 0074 caused it a caution. 00 car hitting the wall, coming down the racetrack. 74 clipped the back bumper, and around went the 74 to the inside wall. Pit lane is open this time by. And look at the lap we're on. We're about 75 to go. This time I will be 75 to go in the race. That again falls right into the hands of the drivers in terms of pit strategy. Everybody pits here for fresh tires and fuel. They'll only need to make 2 more pit stops to make it to the end of the race. I mean, if somebody can save 12 laps of fuel a stint, they could make it on 1 more stop, but I really doubt somebody's going to be able to save that much. Yeah, 12 laps of fuel a stint. You have to, and maintaining the pace to still win the races is something. So here comes the field of 7 to pit lane. So here comes the race out of pit road. The 5 followed by the 88. The 22 over the 19. The 00 comes out 5th. Here comes the 20 and the 74. Has a little bit of an extended stay in his hotel room. Damage repairs. The field doubled up here. The approach turn forward this time. 1 to go this time by at the start finish line. 5 cars lined up. The 00 and the 74 just getting caught up here. We'll be going green with 73 laps to go in the race. Again, everybody needs to make about 2 pit stops to make it to the end. The front row teammates, the 5 of Too Fast For You and the 88 of Jaywood. He took a little bit of an absence from the front, but he's right back up there after a nice pit stop. In row 2, the 22 of Corey and the 19 of IROC. In row 3, we have the 20 of Miz and the 00 of Dan. And in row 4, we have the 74 of Spoob. All 7 cars on the lead lap. All 7 cars are ready to go. 73 laps of racing at the Monster Mile. Green flag back in the air. The 5 jumps out, tries to clear the 88 into turn 1. He will do so. And the 22 on the inside trying to do the same. Jaywood falls back to 3rd. IROC hanging tough in 4th. Miz 5th. Spoob sliding up the track. He was in 6th. Dan diving to the inside, trying to take that away from him. And they'll all line up nose to tail. Spoob 6th, Dan 7th. Corey's being on the aggressive here, trying to find a way around the race leader, the 5. To the outside he goes. The 5 fighting back hard on the inside. Trying to get his fender under there. He can't get there. The 88 with a full head of steam. Can't go anywhere but 3rd. The 19 had to check up a little bit for the 88. The 20 into the wall out of turn 2. The 20 falls back to 7th. See if the 19 has a shot to the inside at the 88 of Jaywood. IROC up to 3rd. Jaywood trying to cross over. Can't get there. Everybody running in about little pairs here. Corey and Too Fast For You, then IROC and Jaywood. Then we got Spoob and Dan, and Miz, the odd one out after hitting the wall off of turn 2. The 00 trying to get to the inside of the 74. Vadis for 5th. Can't get down there. 00 looks to the outside. The 74 closes the door. And he's hanging tough out there. Trying to get a run on the exit of the corner. Can't get there. Maybe he's going to try a crossover down the backstretch. Try to get the run down the backstretch. Double Zero fighting really hard against Spoob here. Really loose off of 4. Everybody's starting to spread out a little bit. Try to find their rhythm here for the last 60-ish laps left in the race. Oh, the 74 in the wall. The 00 dives to the inside. That is for 5th. The 00 completes the pass. The 74 trying to make the crossover. Can't get there. Back up in 3rd. IROC trying to hang on to 3rd from Jaywood. Jaywood not really pushing the issue here. Corey up in the race lead, no pressure, hits the wall off of 4. That might help Too Fast a little bit. The battle for 5th is about to get a little bit wilder as Miz tries to close the gap and engage in this 3-car battle for 5th. Up front, the 88, in 3rd, the 88 trying to get to the inside of the 19 of IROC, side by side out of turn 2. Advantage 88. He's going to clear him into 3. Jaywood back up to 3rd, trying to have something to say about the front 2 before this night is over. See if IROC can fight back. Tires are getting older as the stint goes on. About halfway through this stint, we should see pit stops in about 10 to 12 laps. $60 laps to go. This time that'll be 59 to go. Back up front, Corey's still leading over Too Fast for You. Has about a 8-car length lead over Too Fast for You. Back in 3rd is Jaywood, trying to see if he can close down on this battle, maybe with the help of pit stops. IROC in 4th, and then we got a group of 3 battling out for the 5th position. Dan leading that group over Spoob and Miz. That's your top 7 here at the One Main Financial 200. The Veedverks Bandits playoff race number 3. This is elimination race number 3. Or elimination race number 1, the first round. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. Now again, they do wonders. You just really have to ask the drivers in this series who benefit from them most. Looks like that 5-car starting to close the gap on the 22. I don't know if he's saving, but I doubt he's saving if everybody's on a similar strategy. Oh, the 22 up north towards the outside wall out of 4. And Too Fast, you may have something to say about this before too long. Again, pit stops on the horizon. So that could play a huge factor into who tries the undercut, who gets fresher tires early, who gets fresher tires later. This time that'll be 53 laps to go in this race. Remember, 2 more pit stops and 1 on the horizon. And this race is going to end, if we stay green, it's going to end at the end of one of these stints. So do you want fresher tires towards the end? Or do you want to try to hold somebody off on fresh tires towards the end? That's the decision these guys are going to have to make. So they approach 52 laps to go, and they approach pit stops in the next couple laps. The 20 car has made its way to pit road. The 5 pushing really hard to find a way around Corey. He pushes Corey up the track, can't get to his inside. Dive to the inside in 3. And Jay Wood's a-coming. Too faster, he's going to clear the 22 off of turn 4 and take the race lead. 51 to go. Spoob's going to dive to the inside of Dan for 4th. For 5th, excuse me, IROC is still running 4th. Spoob makes his way to the pit lane. So Too Faster, you up to the race lead. Corey's 2nd. Should be about 49 laps to go now. Everybody's pretty much on the same strategy to the end. It's all about when do you execute your strategy. The top 3 now about equidistant from each other. Too Fast over Corey, and then Jay Wood. Incident for the 20 car in the front stretch as a result of hitting the apron. 5 makes his way to pit road. He relinquishes the lead to the 22. Jay Wood follows suit. Corey elects for fresher tires towards the end of the stint. Jay Wood and Too Faster elect for fresher tires at the beginning of the stint. Here comes the 22 pitting 1 lap later, trying to minimize the tire difference. 00 getting up to speed now out in front of the 74. IROC's on pit road as well. The top 4 are in. Dan holding tough in 5th. Spoob in 6th. Miz is right there in 7th. The 5, a huge gap over the 88 on the pit exit. Now where do they come out in relation to the 22 car? '22's coming out of his pit box now. The 5's coming down the front stretch. 22 still getting up through the gears, and the 5 flies by the 22. Jay Wood's going to be coming with a full head of steam. They come out about the same positions as they went into the pit lane. This time Jay Wood has a fighting chance on Corey. Jay Wood right now focusing on trying to close the gap to the back bumper of the 22 and then try to find a way around him. You can visibly see they're also closing the gap to the 5 car, so we could have a 3 car battle for a race lead here very shortly. Further back, the 00 making huge gains on a 19. Is going to have a chance for 4th place yet again on IROC. Let's see if Dan can put the pressure on IROC. Maybe find a way around him. Looking to the inside, trying to get better runs out through the center of the corner. Back into 3. Dan slightly trying to diamond the corner in 3 and 4. Trying to get the run. Can't get there. But that's the beauty of oval racing. The various lines you can take in these corners for either one advantage or another. The 19 sliding up the track. The 00 trying to close the gap now. With that mistake, puts a 00 in prime position to overtake him. 19 slides up the track. The 00 peeled down the track a little bit there off of turn 2. And continue running nose to tail. The 19 on the inside, the 00 to the outside. 19 clears the 00 on the exit, but the 00 is fighting right on that back bumper there. Trying everything he can to find a way around. The 19 dives to the inside, collects the back bumper. 19 catches the wall. And they continue around like nothing happened. They come off the corner, 36 laps to go. Final pit stops on the horizon in about 10 to 15 laps from now. Back up front, Corey has taken the race lead from Too Fast For You. Jay Wood starting to close the gap as well. So Corey leading over Too Fast For You, Jay Wood in 3rd. And then this is the battle for 4th between IROC and Dan, 4th and 5th. Spoob in 6th, Miz in 7th. Everybody still on the lead lap. At this point last night, there was only 2 cars on the lead lap. That was the 22 of Corey and the 1 car of Party People. Jay Wood was fighting his way through the field, trying to get up to the front and have a chance at getting around Corey to get onto the lead lap and hope and pray for a yellow. That did not fall his way. Today, much different story. Everybody on the lead lap, though Corey is still leading. Again, the top 3, they're running about the same speeds because they're about the same spacing from each other and they're not really gaining or losing. This is the about the same stuff. Issues for the 19. Blown motor and quickly got off the racetrack. Day done. Car 19. IROC. Wow. You really feel for him. He was running 4th. Had a good car. Not a winning car, but a good car. And All you can do is feel for him. The 5 car really closing on that back bumper of the 22 for the race lead. "28 laps to go for the leaders. Final pit stops expected in the next 3 to 8 laps. Where you position yourself for these final pit stops is the most crucial. It sets up what strategy options are available in order to benefit you most. Corey up front. Too Fast for You in second. Jay Wood third. Dan in fourth. Spooby fifth. And Miz in sixth. The battle for the lead rages on. The 5 closing ever so closely to that back bumper of that Ford Mustang GT. Roush and JRM going toe-to-toe here in the waning moments of the second to last stint of the day here at the Monster Mile. The 22 up high, the 5 down low, side by side out of 2. The 5's gonna clear Corey for the race lead. Too Fast for You back out in front, trying to play a playoff spoiler 2 weeks in a row. 88 to pit lane, the 20 and the 74 on the pit lane, and the battle for the lead continues on. The 5 coming to pit lane. The 22 stays out. 88 for the undercut on the 5. The 5 for the undercut on the 22. The 22 hoping for the fresh tires to prevail at the end. You saw at the end of this stint, those tires went away and he had no fighting chance against the 5 car. The 00 up to second. Corey continues to run laps. Here comes the 22 to pit lane. We knew there wasn't much strategy he could have done this stage, and that's what it came down to. Everybody running the same strategy. It's the various laps of when you pitted. Let's see where the 22 comes out in relation to the 5 and the 88. The 5 with about a 2/3 of a straightaway gap over the 88 car. The 00's in the pit box. The 22 crawling at 30 miles per hour to his pit box. Finds it now. The 5 is flying around this racetrack. I am expecting him to take over the race lead here. '22 is down and away. Coming out of pit lane now. The 5 is going to fly by him. Here comes the 88 as well. 88 will pass the 22 there on the pit exit. And Corey is going to have to try to win this race from the third position at the beginning of his final stint. Here we go. 20 laps to go for Too Fast for You. He has about half a straightaway lead over the 88 car of Jay Wood. The 22 of Corey in third. Back in fourth is the 74 of Spoob. The 00 of Dan in fifth. And the 20 of Miz in sixth. 19 laps to go. Who is going to come out on top? Out of the 5, the 88, or the 22? Or is it going to be somebody else? 00 caught the apron and went around there on the backstretch. He loses via 5th position to Miz, and Dan now trying to ride in 6th. Dan could end up being lap traffic here for the 5 car, which could affect the battle here towards the end. Let's see how the 5 of Too Fast For You fares with the 00. The 88 and the 22, they have gotten closer and closer, and that battle is going to start to rage on here. That would be the battle for 2nd. The 5 car is about to approach 2 cars ahead of him for lap traffic. $14 laps to go for Too Fast For You. Can Jaywood or Corey outdo one another and try to catch that 5 car before it's too late? Riding on board with the 22 of Corey in 3rd, trying to find a way around Jaywood. The 22 gets to the outside of the 88 on the front stretch. And the 88 lets him bike, lets him clear him in turn 1. On board the 22. Does he have the tires, the grip to go and catch the 5 car? The 5 trying to battle with the 00. The 00 fighting hard to try to stay on the lead lap. $11 laps to go here at Dover. Too Fast For You trying to play a playoff spoiler. Corey just trying to get another win. Jaywood just trying to get another win. Easily, those 2 will make it into the next round. Up front, the 5 taking the inside lane against the 00. The 00 fighting back hard, trying to get back onto the lead lap. He can't do anything about it. Starting to lose touch with that 5 car. 9 laps to go here at Dover. Can the 22 catch the 5? That 5 car getting bigger and bigger out the front windshield of that 22. Dan, the 00 in front of the 22, caught the wall. Shaping up to be a good battle here. 8 laps to go at Dover. Now the 00 catches the apron. He's going to give the inside to the 22. 7 to go. Can he get there? 5 car grows ever more bigger out that front windshield. The more laps we run. 7 laps is plenty of time. You just got to play your cards right. 5 getting really close to that wall. 6 laps to go at Dover. Corey, I can tell you, is driving his heart out trying to catch that 5 car. 5 laps to go. Ken, too fast for you. Hang on. Corey really trying to close the gap now. 4 laps to go. Does Corey have the grip? I know both of those cars have old tires, but does Corey have the grip on the 5 car to get up there and try to pass him? It's going to be really close here. Coming to 3 laps to go, and the 20 is going to be right in front of this battle. 3 laps to go at Dover. The 20 trying to stay on the lead lap. The 5 trying to play a playoff spoiler. The 22 trying to get another win. The 20 goes up high. A lot of room to these two guys. Lets the 22 on by as well. 2 laps to go at Dover. The 22 is there, but I feel like it's going to shape up to be just like the end of stage 2. He's going to get there, but not have the chance to complete the pass. We'll see here. Coming to the last lap. White flag, 1 lap to go here at Dover. Corey trying to find a way around the playoff spoiler in the 5. I don't think he's going to get there. He's going to try. I don't think he's got enough. There's too much of a gap. The 22 tries the outside all the way up the track. He goes. Looks like he just floored it in the 3. And it's going to be the 5 of Too Fast for You playing playoff spoiler 2 weeks in a row. Wow. Too Fast for You wins the race. Corey finishes 2nd. Jay Wood finishes 3rd. Spoob comes home in 4th. Miz takes a top 5. And Dan will finish his first race back after a while in a 6th position. The 19 of IROC comes home 7th in a DNF. Your stage winners came both out of JRM camp, the 5 and the 88. Get our party audio shared here in a second. Alright. Alright. Make sure you get your party audio shared, and then we'll conduct interviews in a second. There's Corey waiting on Jaywood. Yep, make sure y'all get your all's party audio shared to the broadcast here. Good luck to you, bud. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna take a moment here. Corey, you all good? Yeah. I guess this is just normal for you now, huh? All season. Have you not gone to post-race interview this season?
Yeah, I've met plenty of them.
Alright, Corey. We're joined by our second place finisher, driver to number 22, Corey. Put on the dominating performance last night, but couldn't replicate it tonight. I'm guessing most of that is due to stage lengths and lack of full setups, huh?
More like damage to the right side of the car.
Okay. Well, I mean, there at the end, especially with that last caution, well, the only caution, falling the, no, it was two cautions. The last caution there, falling into, okay, no, the one caution there at the beginning of stage 3 kind of set the tone for what kind of strategy everybody was going to run the rest of the stage. So it was more on how long can your tires last in the stint is more the question there at the end. Would I be wrong?
Nah, that's pretty much how it played out. And my right side damage, my car fell off right at the end, right before we had to pit.
Bit quicker, Adam.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, it was something similar that happened. I believe at the end of stage 2, you were gaining on that 5 car really quickly, and it came down to a photo finish. Tell me about how that went down, and how similar was it to chasing them down there at the end, except the outcome was the same.
Yeah, I think different. I think I went longer on the final stop there, so the tire difference is more. I lost a lot of time by staying out longer.
Yeah, the 5. The 88 tried the undercut on the 5, and the 5 tried the undercut on you. There at the last stop, and it worked out in the 5 car's favor. All right, next week you head to Dega and Outlaws and Gunman series. You looking forward to that free for all it's gonna be?
Yeah.
Yep. Next here in the Bandit series is the second round. We should be catching up back with the Xfinity series here, the Bandit series at Kansas. Looking forward to the next round at all in this playoff run?
Not really. Just trying to survive it.
All right, for that all-important Homestead Miami Championship 4 weekend. All right, well, congratulations on the second place finish. We'll see you around next week at Talladega. Good luck to you there, and yeah.
All right, thank you, and good job, and good win too fast.
Thank you.
All right, and we're joined by our race winner, driver of the number 5 JRM Chevrolet. Too fast for you. Again, proving that username is not a fluke, and yes, I'm going to say that every time you win a race. Again, playing playoff spoiler. How does that feel? Just racking up the wins and giving a little bit more hell to these playoff drivers. What does that kind of say for you? Just doing your thing?
Yeah, I'm just in here to win. I'm not really gaining any points. So.
All right. Tell me a little bit about your car and working with Jay Wood and battling with Corey most of this race.
I'm trying to survive until my car got right the beginning run because it wants to snap loose coming off the corners. That's the main problem.
Granted, last night was full setups. It looked like you still had a pretty fast car both nights. Could you tell me the similarities and differences between last night's car and tonight's car?
I was able to turn last night.
Yeah, that's what default does to you. Or a default setup. All right, I guess congratulations. We'll see you next week at Talladega. You looking forward to Dega?
It's not a big wreck.
Yep.
Sorry.
Any more tracks you're looking forward to on the rest of the schedule?
Well, since we got past the road, all of them's all right with me.
All right. Well, congratulations on the win yet again, playing playoff spoiler 2 weeks in a row. Congratulations on that, and we'll see you next week at Dega.
Thank you.
All right, so that was it from the Veedverks Bandit series here at Dover. Elimination race number 1 of the playoff race number 3. We'll tune in next in 2 weeks' time here at Kansas for the Veedverks Bandit series to see who got eliminated and who moves on and who has a chance at the championship at the next 3 races. to move on to the Final Four championship weekend at Homestead. Tonight's race was a little bit better than last night in terms of action. We got a couple more crashes. We didn't have the entire field finish one lap down. It came down to a close finish there. The 5 was able to fend off the 22 of Corey, similar to what happened there at the end of stage 2. Really good battles there towards the end of these stints. Old tires and everything on the line. Well, I guess nothing on the line for the 5 car playing playoff. Spoiler ever than a win. But yeah, these late stint battles, these late stage, late race battles, really been proven a lot here to just what kind of preparation you have to do from lap 1 of every stage of every race you are planning for the last lap of that stage or that race. So make sure you tune in next Wednesday for the Veedverks Outlaw Series at Talladega. It's going to be a crapshoot and it's going to be fun. Make sure you tune in for that. Don't miss that. And next Thursday, we'll be here with the Veedverks Gunman Truck Series with the trucks at Talladega. Another crapshoot. Talladega next week. Going to be a lot of fun. And let's go. Wide open pack racing, boys. It's going to be fun. I know these drivers are pumped. Some drivers are just trying to survive without the big one. We'll see what happens. Next Wednesday and Thursday, Outlaws and Gunmen at Talladega. Make sure y'all stay cool and y'all stay safe. See y'all next Wednesday for the Veedverks Outlaws at Talladega.